moose,
geese,
maple syrup.
ice skating.
Welcome, campers and nature lovers alike. Cooking the backcountry is a useful and important skill to learn to turn great adventures into memories that last a lifetime.
In this video, you will learn the essentials of preparing a cooking area, using a stove, and making a satisfying meal. Welcome to our cooking area.
The basic ingredients for backcountry cooking are ingredients, stoves and ignition, and tools and any pots and pans that you may need.
Don't forget clean water. In this video, we are employing a solid fuel stove, but other options you have for stoves are gas stoves, which can use white gas, kerosene, and unleaded gas, or alcohol stoves, and thermochemical stoves.
Great factors in looking for a good spot to do cooking is wide open areas free of combustible materials and plenty of room to maneuver and walk around without being crowded and possibly knocking over your stove or ingredients.
When setting up a cooking area, it's a good idea to keep in mind some safety tips. Stoves are hot. Don't touch them. Be careful. Watch where you step. You don't want to trip, spill anything. Wear closed-toed shoes when you cook so that you don't spill anything hot and burn yourself. And I think that's, yeah. Also, don't forget to make sure you have a clean cooking area so you don't set anything on fire.
Classic backcountry meals often include boiling water and dehydrated foods. This helps for the traveling because it maintains lower weight, so it's easier on yourself as you're putting in the miles. Today we're going to be making some classic deluxe mac and cheese and also some beer cheese soup. These include vegetables and other nutrients that are very handy for maintaining energy. Organize. Stay organized. You want to keep all of your ingredients and the few things that you are using for fuel close so you can really just be doing stuff. But you want to keep any excess fuel that you have away from open flames. You don't want to like blow up your island if you're out in the boundary waters or anything. And then you also want to be able to have a good spot to put any extra ingredients that you have for later meals. We're talking a good bear hang. And yeah, you also don't want to get your ingredients mixed up and accidentally make some kind of weird meal that has extra stuff from other meals and then you're screwed because you ate 2 meals at once. The end. Once your water reaches a good boil, go ahead and add your pasta. Be sure to watch the pasta and stir it regularly so it doesn't burn to the bottom of your pot. Boil your pasta until it is al dente and then go ahead and take it off the flames. You're going to want to pour out most of the water, but leave in some so that when you add the dry cheese and powdered milk, it retains a nice, smooth texture. Something important to keep in mind when preparing meals in the backcountry is because you are using a lot of dry ingredients, you're going to want to keep your water ratio right. Remember, you can always add extra water, but it's very difficult to take the water back out once you get all your ingredients in. Once your pasta is done cooking, you can go ahead and add your dry ingredients. Anything from dried veggies to cheese to whatever you are making for your pasta meal. A good meal in the backcountry starts with nutrition. You want to have the energy to be able to stay warm and continue adventuring. You can add dried veggies or nuts to help with the nutritional value of your pasta dish, or you could even have something like beef jerky added to it. That's what good macaroni sounds like. Once you've eaten your meal, you want to go ahead and take whatever you cook your meal in and boil water in it. This will help you clean out the container and sanitize it. Be sure when you're dumping out the boiled water that you use in your pot to sanitize it, that you're dumping at least 200 feet away from the shoreline and well away from your camping area in case it attracts any wildlife.
Now that we've cooked our meal and cleaned up, there's one last thing to be aware of: cross-contamination. If you're in a group, be sure to bring personal meal items such as a bowl and eating utensils. Make sure not to swap these things or lose track of your own, and do not eat out of the pot or pan you cooked in unless you're on a solo trip. Try to cook an appropriate amount of food so there are no leftovers, and have a fun trip.
Nolan, stop watching the pot. It's never gonna boil.
Conclusion: now that you've learned how to cook in the backcountry, go out there and adventure and have a great time. Bone apple teeth. Like and subscribe. Bloopers.
Welcome, campers and nature lovers alike. In this video, you will fuck me.
Spoon cameo.
Why are they so slippery? No!
Y'all want to see how to put a glove on with just one hand? Just get your fingers in there. Bite that shit. Slide it on. Then take it off again to stop the video. And don't forget clean water.
Hey Nolan, good job editing. Good job.
Disclaimer, whatever methods of stoves you might be employing, shit's hot. So, watch out. Be careful.
Selection of an appropriate cooking area is important. Ideally, God damn it. I mean,
In conclusion. Trick shot.